there's somebody else encountered the killer with this knife. I'm not saying it was an accomplice per se. And it may have been that he had it concealed at that time, but there is a third party. Okay, essentially what I'm saying is the killer had the knife on him, either visible or hidden, like concealed in a shirt or pants or pockets. I know it's a big knife, so maybe in a shirt or something, or maybe he was just holding it. I don't know, but, and again, they may have not even been able to see the knife. It may have just been that he had it in the pocket and was talking to someone else with it in his pocket, and that's what we're seeing here.
To help you. She told police she opened her door and came face to face with a masked man in black clothing who walked toward her as she stood frozen.
And from the very beginning, I said that I believe the roommates heard something, and this, for me, confirms it. Maybe they didn't know that the people upstairs were being stabbed. Maybe. Maybe they didn't, maybe they did. I don't know. But they knew that there was something going on. Allegedly, my opinion, all that, blah, blah, blah. But that's what I think. I'm feeling like they're trying to look into... Queen of Wands came out. So they're looking into the killer and what, like, they believe that the killer did drugs or was on drugs at this time, or sells or has some kind of connection. I
never thought that he would do something like that.
Good copy. So we've heard from some people that surrounded him that there may have been drug use in his life prior as well. Did you know him to use drugs or anything like that, sir?
Yeah, he did use drugs. That's how I really know him too. He was a big heroin addict, and so was I. I got 6 years clean now. I work in treatment and everything, but back then I was using, and so that's how I know for a fact he was using. I've got high with him a couple times and used with him, and I remember one.
Yeah. Okay, so it downpouring outside right now is what it's saying in my mind is that they're looking into the heavy drug. I hope you can hear that on the camera when I play this back, because it just got crazy when I started saying that. They're looking into the town and community in general and the drug use that's going on around the community. Because it's very prevalent, like a downpour, almost like they discovered something and then it just opened the door to like discovering a bunch of other things. So I believe that in the background, the police and investigators are really looking into the killer being connected to the drug community. I do believe, excuse me, I do believe that on the killer's end of things, in the background, drugs are involved. So I feel like in the background, they're looking into the possibility that the person who did this is a drug dealer or a drug runner. In the center of this, though, is the Lover's card. So while that's not always just about romance and love, it's also about choice, especially with the Two of Pentacles, which is also about choices and kind of weighing multiple things at once. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So it's like this person wasn't chosen and it caused everything to take a bad turn.
Night, new insight into how close he came to working for a department that would soon have officers investigating him for murder. Newly obtained documents show Brian Koberger, the WSU PhD candidate who's now charged with 4 counts of murder. Once a finalist for a job within the Pullman Police Department.
He's scared of the changes that he feels are coming. something about the dynamic of the family being off, or he can pick up on the energy, something's changed within the family. And then this Empress in reverse, he feels blocked from the connection with his mother right now. So we have that he's fearing change, that either he's fearing changes that he sees happening in the investigation, or, well, and or he's fearing the changes that he feels are happening in his family dynamic due to the lack of connection that he's feeling with his mother, or maybe he straight out knows that she's slowly kind of turning against protecting him, something like that. Like, there's something that has really switched in this motherly role, and the way that he's relating to his mother. My mom actually just texted me, so that's kind of a little confirmation, I guess you could say. And then we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, which is another confirmation that's telling us that something is off energy-wise in terms of his family. And then we have the Star in reverse, which is either he thought, okay, I'm getting far enough away from this, and now he doesn't, or he just feels hopelessly lost knowing that kind of the walls are closing in on him, something along those lines. But the Two of Wands is about the choice that he knows that his mother, because it's a clarifier for the mother in reverse, he knows that his mom is kind of weighing an option, weighing, should I do this, should I not, what should I say, what should I not say, something along those lines. Why do I feel like they're gonna say they found out on Christmas or something along those lines? Like family time, gathering, they could say, oh, we didn't know till then, found out then, turned him in right away. Because that would fulfill them wanting to wait till after the holidays, that would fulfill them buying a little bit of time, and that would be a good excuse. Well, how do you know now? Oh, well, we were all together for Christmas and we pieced it together. Or whatever holiday they celebrate.
Saw on video, but he went back home for the holiday season. That was in December of 2022. And according to a recent NBC Dateline episode, The Killings on King Road, Kohberger's own sister became suspicious of his involvement in the Idaho murders during his time at home.
One of Brian's two older sisters, home for the holidays, brought up an uncomfortable topic. The sister had noticed Brian had been wearing latex gloves. She thought it odd. And at some point, the sister, quite loudly, pointed out that at the time of the murders in Moscow, Brian had lived just a few miles away in Pullman, and that Brian drove a white Elantra, a car that law enforcement across the nation was looking for. Add that to the gloves, and the sister said she thought the Kohberger family should consider that Brian might have killed the 4 students in Moscow.